since before 1992, or was it about, I forget when it was first started, but after Hurricane Andrew, we lost our waterfall at the Village as a Homestead, and people just love it. If you haven't seen it, it's at 162nd and North Canal Drive. And the group of people that stand behind me and myself have worked on this project to get it back going again for many, many years. There was a discussion as to who really owned it. Did the city own it? Did the villages own it? And it took a lot of hard work and a lot of hours. But I want to thank our city manager, George Gretzis, and his staff, Allison and David for sure, because they worked really, there's David right there. David, you should be up here. Yes, Larry says you should be. But they worked so hard, and we were able to come to a nice agreement. And I'd like to introduce to you Mr. Larry Deal and Mr. Mark Constable, who are presidents of our organizations in the villages, and let them give you a little something to say. And you'll mention my good buddy here, right?
Yes, of course. Thank you, Councilwoman Waldman. I have a before and an after picture for council. When we first came before council in September of 2011, after a mayor's meeting, it was actually October 5th of 2011, no one in council could believe we're asking to spend our own money. Two years later, we've finally done it. We have a beautiful, beautiful waterfall, beautifully planted, thanks to Livingston Tree Farms, Albert Livingston, and Hazel in the office who put it all together, and Walter who engineered it. But we couldn't have done it without the city manager determining that a lease was the appropriate mechanism for transferring ownership so we could take possession of the property. We have a beautiful facility because of it. A special thank you to David E. Baer who made this possible, to Mark Constable and Yvonne Knowles and the Waterfall Committee and everybody who made it possible, and we're delighted with the result. Thank you, Councilwoman Waldman.
I don't know what I can add to that. My name is Mark Constable. Jim Sutton, Judy Waldman, and the Alderman Board working with the overall board, the Village of Homestead. It was all instrumental, and it did take a lot of work, and we especially thank the city for giving us the lease on the property so that we could get the waterfall running again. It does look nice. We got a little bit more to do. We're going to add lighting to it before winter time, and then we'll be done. Thank you very much.
And Mr. Livingston, I mean, I love this man so much. He's so wonderful. He always comes through, and he just planted the most beautiful garden at the waterfall. You're welcome to always go over and take wedding pictures or anything you want to do. And hopefully we'll have lighting by Christmas and have some nice decorations up there as well. But I serve as vice president of my board we all have for many, many, many years. We've all served on the board. And so it's my honor, Ashley, my new little intern, who I've known since she was a little tiny girl, is now working with Heather. We have a beautiful plaque to hang in our clubhouse, and it's a City Beautification Award for your perseverance is what I'm trying to say, but it's really preservation, commitment, and teamwork in the design, completion, and presentation of the refreshing, tranquil, and scenic fountain for our city's residents and visitors to enjoy. And it's presented to the Village as a Homestead. The City of Homestead salutes you, presented by Councilwoman Judy Waldman and Mayor Bateman, Vice Mayor Burgess, Councilwoman Faircloth McCormick, Councilman Maldonado, Councilman Shelley, Councilwoman, Councilman Jimmy Williams. So, and we have some pictures there. And with that, I'd like to ask us all to step kind of over here so that we can get a picture presented to you.
Sorry, I thought you were outside the door. I'm gonna go. Is your wife here? I saw Jen here, right? She's the next one.
Yeah. Councilwoman Waldman, if you want to stay up there and do your second presentation, that'd be great.
Sorry, those are all my neighbors. had to thank them. My next presentation is for somebody that I love so much. She's a wonderful friend. She's been my friend for many years, and that's Miss Jen Helms.
Wow.
You can just hold it for me just for a second.
Excellent work. Excellent. Thank you.
I'm going to embarrass her a little.
We know her.
She happens to be the wife of Councilman Steve Shelley, who I'd like to also invite down. From her words, he's a very lucky man, she says. Jen is a pillar of our agricultural industry. She is a fifth-generation agriculturalist, growing up on her father's farm, which I happen to live down the street from the Helms boys, and used to watch them farm those tomatoes and all their things that they grew there. She was just born to do it. It's in her blood. Her people skills, her work ethics are apparent from excelling at University of Florida to position in sales at Railroad Nursery. She contributes to this community through serving on the boards of Farm Share, Rotary Club of Homestead, and the Wedgeworth Leadership Institute alumni. And last Friday evening, this young lady was inducted as president of the FNGLA, Florida Nursery Growers and Landscape Association, Miami-Dade chapter. She just has done so much that I can't even begin to tell you all of it, but she graduated with honors in the top 10% at University of Florida. Her people skills and work ethics are just beyond none. Her great-grandfather started tomato farming here in 1930, and she's just a positive energy. She's a positive community liaison for everything that we do here in the city. So, Jen, we love you, and I have an award for you. Thank you. This is a certificate of professionalism. This certificate is awarded to Jen Helms Shelley in recognition of her leadership and service to the agricultural industry throughout the state of Florida. Your passion shines through to all you encounter. Cultivators of the earth are the most virtuous and independent citizens. That's a quote from Thomas Jefferson. The city of Homestead salutes you, honored this 31st day of July 2013 by Mayor Stephen C. Bateman and all the council members, including her lovely husband. So, Jen?
Thank you.
There you go. See, that's why you should be doing this. I forgot the main thing. Not only was she inducted as president, but she was also the recipient, okay, drum roll, of the 2013 Farm Credit FNGLA Young Nursery Professional of the Year Award. So let's hear from Jen.
Perfect. Oh,
Thank you.
I didn't prepare a speech, but we had a dinner Friday evening, and I did put together a speech there, and basically it said that if you have a passion for what you do, it's not work. And I have a passion for this industry. I have a passion for selling plants, and it does shine through. And it's a great honor, and it's very humbling to get recognized in places such as the City of Homestead by Farm Credit for the things that you're passionate about. So, Judy, thank you very much for the honor. I hope I'm going to be able to find some wall space and somebody to hang it up at home so I can put it next to all of Councilman Shelley's stuff. So thank you very much.
Okay. No, I didn't really know I was going to be invited up for the presentation, but I'm very proud of my wife and all that she's accomplished in her agricultural field and in the industry, and I know she was very honored and surprised to be named the 2013 Farm Credit Young Professional of the Year for the state of Florida. You know, so it's a statewide acknowledgement, and she works very hard, and she deserves all the praise that she gets, so I congratulate her.
And I should let you take the picture alone.
No.
And you'll hang up her picture. one you have the paperwork? Which one? Yeah, after the archive. What is what's the new word? Okay. Which one? Do you have any information? Okay, good evening, everyone. My turn for some presentations. Today I have the honor of recognizing a citizen. You know, Judy, I took a page out of Judy's book, and you know, Judy has done such a great job in this city for so many years, and taking time and recognizing the Citizen of the Year. And there's so many great citizens that we have here that really love this community, really get involved and do so much for it. And so I took a page out of Judy's book, and so I did. You know, we're midway of the year, and so I thought it would be a great time to do something what you do, and it's basically to recognize one of our citizens here that does such a phenomenal work. Today that person is Bonnie King Morgan. Bonnie, would you come up here and join me? You talk about a woman with a golden heart, a beautiful woman that really cares and loves this community. She's standing up here with me. On a personal note, after my hardship with me and my family, she reached out to me and actually had a dog that was unattended for a couple of weeks and months, and she stepped up and took him and got him groomed and taken care of, and you know, just whatever she could do for my daughters as well. Thank you for that. But the first time I met Bonnie, she was Mrs. Claus. Bonnie is involved everywhere in this community. She's helped us with all the events that we have. We just celebrated the 100-year centennial, and she gets in character every single time, and she's part of those pictures, part of the sense of this community and trying to portray what we want to do, which is show the great folks of Homestead. And so Bonnie was Mrs. Claus. I have pictures with her and my kids when they're smaller, and she's taken so many roles in this community. And of lately, she's also been one of our great photographers in every event. So if you're seeing a lot of these pictures through Facebook, through websites, through friends passing them along, it's Bonnie Morgan. She's out there taking these pictures with her camera and of love, and just helping out. And I could go on and on. And I know that you're involved as well with the young ladies here in the community for the Mrs. Homestead pageants, all the pageantry young ladies that get involved. She's also involved with them. She's helping them. She's encouraging them. She's talking to them, letting them know that, listen, you are beautiful, you are great, you should be involved, and whatever you need, I'm going to be there to help you. Where do you get the energy from? I do not know, but I applauded in this evening, and my taking a time to recognize you is just a thank you for everything you've done for not only me and my family, but for this community for so many years. It's not this last year, for so many years. And so seeing all you do, I just had to just take a moment and just recognize you. And I have a plaque here for you. You do so much, and I have a small plaque. I should get a big plaque, but it reads as so. City of Homestead 2013 Citizen Excellence and Community Involvement Award honoring Bonnie King Morgan with enduring appreciation for your many years of dedication, generous support, mastery, commitment, passion, and a strong sense of sharing your gift of photography and many other talents. For your imprint lives forever in our hearts and in our minds. This one's for me, Councilman Elvis Maldonado, City of Homestead, Mayor and Council, July 31st, 2013. Bonnie, thank you so much for this. Now, if anyone knows Bonnie, she has these beautiful ducks that she's always highlighting in pictures and stuff like that. So, I have my assistant here. This is one of our interns here that has a little something for your ducks as well. And we also have a $50 gift card for you so that you could, spend it as you please and probably buy another flash or more memory cards so you could continue to take pictures. But just a small token appreciation for you, what you've done for our community and for ourselves. Thank you so much. Bonnie, you want to share a few words, please? Would you?
Well, naturally, I get all my energy from God's grace, and I always say I don't need another thing to tie me down. I don't think there's room in heaven for all these things I have to carry. And when the young ladies asked me what could they do for me, I said, give me some more corn for the 13 ducks and the 300 that come during the winter months. That's all I wanted, was corn to feed the ducks. So hopefully this is my corn.
It's a corn. It's a corn.
Thank you ever so much.
Thank you. Come on, why don't you join me up here for a picture? Come on.
Leave it, right?
Excellent. Okay, give Bonnie her camera back. Just another appreciation. I'd like to ask if we have staff and the gentleman from Michael's Arts and Crafts here in Homestead to please come forward. I have a few gentlemen. I got a Philip Garcia, Hector Munoz, and Ralph Herreras. Thank you for coming forward. Michael's has been a godsend in our community ever since, I don't know where we used to do all of our crafts before Michael's. You guys might want to help me out and think. We had to go up north.
We had to go
Well, the
far.
beautiful thing of Homestead and its growth and the shopping center that we have, the new one over by where all the great restaurants are, Kohl's, and of course Michael's is there. Ever since they've come in, during project time of the year, I find myself as a parent there. But on behalf of the city of Homestead, we just wanted to take a moment to thank you, because every time that we go in there and we want to work on a project and they know it's us, these gentlemen rise to the occasion. They step up and they make some big decisions, and they do some great work, from framing all of the frames and the words that you see that we pass out through the year. These gentlemen are mostly involved in that and have a big part in what we do. So from the city of Homestead, we just wanted to take a few moments to thank you, bring you forward, and highlight what great work that you do here in Michael's. And so I have an award. We have three. Okay, we have our appreciation. I won't read all three, but it has everyone's name on here. But it says, with our greatest appreciation, we hereby present Hector Munoz, Philip, and everyone else that's been involved with this award in recognition for your outstanding service, creativity, and devotion to the mayor and council. Again, this is from me, from Council Office Maldonado, City of Homestead 2013, and the mayor and council. Thank you all for what you do in our community, not only for the city, but also our citizens. You guys do an excellent job, and I just wanted to make sure that we highlighted your organization, your company, and all that you do for us. So thank you. Thank you. Would you like to share a few words for Michael's as a role representative?
Yeah, I appreciate the opportunity to be here today and being part of the community in Homestead, and being able to service each one of you in everything that we do and provide, from products to classes to framing, and it's a place where creativity happens. Thank you.
Excellent. Why don't you join me up here so we can take a picture over here?
Mr. Maldonado, can I just say, I'm in Michael's all the time. I don't look like this normally, but but I'm sneaking in and out. We really appreciate you being there. say one thing real quick. I forgot to introduce, I talked about her, Ashley Stangoni, but Ashley, will you stand up? This is
Make sure your mic's on.
She's brand new this week, so just wanted to.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you can stay there, you can stay with Heather, but I just wanted to introduce her. Okay, now can you hear me? This is Ashley Stangoni. Ashley, raise your hand. She's my new intern. I've, like I said, I've known her whole life, but I forgot to say her name, and I apologize. So I just wanted to thank Mr. Maldonado to give me a chance to do that. Thank you, Ashley.
Over next, it's my distinct honor to introduce our Artist of the Month, or Artist in the Spotlight program, Miss Teresa Slumko. She's a local resident here in the city of Homestead. She lives in Key State, has been a resident of Homestead for the last 8 years. You'll see some of her photography and some of her work that she has on display. For the next 2 months, she'll be at Art South, as well as the old historic town hall downtown Homestead. So you can see her work there. I encourage you to go out there and look at it. I'll turn it over to her now to talk a little bit about and what inspires her artwork and her photography, and then also make sure to give people contact information where they can find out more about your work and if they want to purchase some.
Hi. Start now? Good evening, everyone. When I was chosen as the Artist in the Spotlight, I was honored, flattered, and excited. But then they mentioned that I would be making a presentation to the City Council and be videotaped, and I was terrified. I'm not a public speaker, so please be patient with me. My name is Teresa Slomko, and I've been living in Keysgate and a resident of Homestead for 8 years. I'm originally from Queens, New York, and the youngest of 10 from a Latino family. I started my photography journey about 5 years ago. Although I've been writing poetry all my life, I find expressing myself through photography fulfilling, creative, and therapeutic. I enjoy taking photos and molding it to convey what I feel and how I'm feeling. It's pretty ironic that as much as I want to show expression, I do not like taking pictures of faces, making my job of conveying emotions that much more adventurous. I have had the opportunity to travel quite a bit with my husband, and many of the photos are from our trips. But living in Homestead inspires me as well. Getting the pictures to the point to where I want to show them takes a few minutes, hours, and sometimes days. It all depends on what I'm trying to convey. The colors are layered and change for intensity or not. My inspirations? Life. Those moments where everything falls into place, those moments where everything goes wrong. I capture them and interpret them as I see it, as I feel it. Some moments are silly, some are serious, spiritual, and almost always colorful. My other inspirations, my family and my friends. I can always rely on them for their support and for their unconditional love. They will definitely not hold back and comment if a piece that I'm working on looks too crazy or they just don't understand it. And I love that. Ultimately, being able to show my emotions, creativity, and hopefully art that can be enjoyed by everyone is my goal. I would like to thank Councilman Shelley for this opportunity and for the City of Homestead sponsoring it. Thank you so much for having this outlet for artists like myself. I would also like to thank Tim Craig for taking the time to appreciate and acknowledge my work. Also, the staff at the Art South and Ms. Campbell from the museum. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a good evening.
Go ahead, Mr. Craig, if you'd like to say a few words yourself.
I'd love to say a few words on behalf of Teresa. Teresa is a fine resident, upstanding resident of Keysgate in the Shores neighborhood. Her husband, Richard Slomko, is a friend who's also a former delegate to the association. But more importantly, from this aspect, Teresa is a great artist. My wife and I went to a presentation, and I'm proud to say we have one of her beautiful photographs hanging up in a place of honor in our front room for everybody to see. So I urge everybody to go to Teresa's website, look at her wonderful presentation of her work behind, and if you feel it in your heart, buy something from her. It's worth it. Thank you very much.
And if you could also go ahead and give your website information out, because that way you can promote
My
it.
website is my name, TeresaSlomkoGallery.com.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
I'd now like to invite up Miss Yvonne Knowles from Homestead Main Street to give an update on some of the happenings that Main Street's been involved in the last, going backwards and going forward.
Thank you, Councilman Shelley. Council members, it's a great pleasure to be here. I'm going to wait for my video to begin. I'm hopefully, Richard Vega, God bless him, helped me put this up on your system, so we've got our fingers crossed. That's not the first slide. Oh, here we go. Okay. Good afternoon. My name is Yvonne Knowles. I'm the Executive Director of Homestead Main Street, and I'd like to thank the Mayor and Council for inviting me for this opportunity to bring you up to date on what Main Street is doing downtown. The mission of Main Street, to promote the nationally designated historic district as a center of commerce, culture, and community, to encourage building rehabilitation as well as improvements to the streetscape, creating a positive impression of our downtown, to protect our history by finding new uses for historic commercial buildings and properties, and to create a cultural center in our community. Main Street is presently engaged in the following projects. Are we working? Is it working? There we go. The Downtown Master Plan, working with the city and the contracted architectural firm of Romeo Ajamel, the Main Street team has been active participants in this project. Recently, we met with Alfredo Sanchez, the principal of the firm, and Gemma Trocisi of Development Services for the purpose of finalizing issues important to the final product. We invited the consultant to once again tour the district, but this time concentrating on the periphery of the downtown. As important as the master plan is for the downtown historic district, the connectivity to the surrounding areas is equally so. How does the downtown connect and benefit from the Miami-Dade College, which is 1 block to the north? How do we connect to another historic district in Homestead, the Southwest District? How do we introduce a sense of arrival into a district that right now is merely acting as a drive-through to the Keys? How do we develop an east-west axis as vital as the present north-south axis? All questions are posed to the consultant to address in the final report. In addition to this project, Main Street is also actively working on the following: the Children's Interactive Learning Center. This center would stress the importance of education in the environment. It would contain a variety of media that would help young people appreciate the importance of their environment and understand their role in preserving and protecting their physical world. The Downtown Historic District Signage Program, working with Rick Amarato of the CRA and Daniela Bonilla of the Historic Preservation Office of Homestead and Hector Martinez from the Office of State Representative Rothschein. The goal is to install state of Florida directional signs on the Turnpike and US 1 identifying the national designated downtown historic district. Other projects include the truck bypass, taking trucks off of Chrome Avenue, and the mural project, a mural entitled Echoes of the Everglades, is in memory of Glenn Simmons, what we call the Evergladesman, is nearing application stage. In recognition of the historic 100 years, the Homestead's Incorporation Main Street had a storytelling event, which you just saw the slide of, which was greatly successful. We've also had, listening to our people in the community, we wanted something different. We went out and visited other communities and found out about the food truck projects. And we brought food trucks to Homestead and launched our Al Gusto series. In this March, we held a movie in the park where we showed the popular movie Life of Pi, offered free to the community, and thanks to a generous contribution from FPL Turkey Point. 14 food trucks provided a wide variety of dinner choices to the public who came out for dinner and a movie. In April, we put together food trucks and a dog fashion show. Both were winners, and more importantly, the event benefited one of our local causes, the rescue organization This Is the Dog. It also didn't hurt that Univision was filming a live feed from Losner Park that evening, which certainly attracted a large crowd. Working with Oscar Castro and the American Automobile Club of America and benefit car shows, we were able to attract 92 cars to Chrome Avenue in late April, one of the biggest car shows in 6 years we've held this event in the downtown. Our most recent event was the Hispanic Heritage Cultural Celebration, Viva Homestead Main Street. Rain, thunder, and lightning didn't keep the party from going on. There was dancing in Losner Park to the sounds of Son de Panderos, and our real troopers who were an amazing band because they were playing in between thunder and lightning. But all the planning, organizing, and production means nothing if the community does not support you. We are so grateful for the turnout and the words of appreciation we receive at our events. It truly is the people who make our events a success. So here's our calendar for next year. We will have the video on our website at homesteadmainst.org, as well as a link on our Facebook page, Homestead Main Street. Please come on the Homestead page and like Homestead Main Street. We'd appreciate that. Please plan on participating in one or all of these events brought to you by an organization who values and celebrates the charm of our downtown historic district. And here are the people who bring it to you. A special nod to our community volunteers who take the time out of their busy day to help make this calendar possible. Please contact us if you'd like to be part of the team and help us bring attention, participation, and appreciation to this unique downtown district. Thank you very much.
I want to thank Main for all that they do for this community. They work tirelessly and effortlessly. You see all the events that they put on this year alone, and they continue to do it year in and year out. So thank you very much for the contribution you make to our downtown and to our community.
Yes, thank you to them also. Next is Councilman Jimmy Williams.
Good evening. It is my delight and pleasure to bring up some very talented young people. I don't know if you all remember a couple of weeks ago where Channel 7 covered the Powell Center in effort in trying to help some of the young people from the Southwest area go to the Primary Nationals Championship. And we had some incredible donors and persons in the community that pulled together to help make this reality, to help make this dream a reality. And so I want to call up the PAL, Tyrone. He is in charge of the PAL, which is the Homestead Police Athletic League. If he would come up for this particular presentation. And is Chief Rowe in the building? Is he not here? Okay. Yeah, or somebody from the command staff. Yeah. What I like to do is also to recognize Mr. Tyrone and the Police Athletic League for their leadership and allegiance to coach these young, talented athletes. And so today we recognize you, Tyrone, for your hard work and commitment to serve the youth in our community by instilling such a strong work ethic within these children. You offer a prime example of what makes Homestead such a great city. And it is your contribution to our local community, and that adds to this quality of life. For persons like yourself who has made this not just a job, but also a career in making sure that you advance some of our young people. And so today I want to say congratulations to you for your hard work and your dedication, and this plaque says a certificate of recognition. The certificate is awarded to the Homestead Police Athletic League for your leadership and selfless alliance to coach these talented athletes. We recognize your hard work and commitment to serve the youth in our community. And so the City of Homestead salutes you and all of your staff and coaches that has helped you to get to this point, presented this 31st day of July 2013. Thank you so very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, this is the true excitement that I get out of serving the great people of Homestead. Our second presentation has to do with the track and field winners. They went to the primary national championship, and they represented Homestead very well for us to be proud of. And so what I like to do is I believe that, especially in our community, that we see so much negativity on television, so much violence, and we rarely ever see the positive that comes out of our community. And so what I like to do is I like to celebrate the positive atmosphere in which we try to cultivate our young people, because everybody is not shooting everybody's not down, but we do have some positive, I believe, some positive role models in our community, in our young people, and that they exhibit. And so tonight, these are some of, these is a percentage of a few that has exhibited qualities of leadership, has exhibited qualities of commitment and dedication to what they believe in. And I believe that as a city, we ought to embrace that, we ought to celebrate that, because they are making a difference in their own community. And so the first recipient I'd like to call up is Miss Courtney. Miss Courtney? Now, Miss Courtney, is she coming? Come on, Miss Courtney. With all her medals. Now, let me give you some history on Miss Courtney. Miss Courtney is 7 years old, right? And she placed first place in the 100, the 200, and the 400. She is the top 7-year-old in her division, and she advanced all the way to Detroit, where she decided that she would not compete for this year. But we're looking for more greatness out of Courtney, and she ought to be celebrated with another hand clap of applause, because we need to celebrate persons like Courtney. The next person is Nathaniel Charles. Is he here? All right. He placed 19 overall in the trampoline, and he is to be celebrated and congratulated for his hard work, and that the best is yet to come. Darius Jones. Yeah. He got his medal too, huh? Can I touch it? Can I see your medal? Oh, that's heavy. All right, two. He placed 5th place in the 55 and 6th in the 100. And he is the top person in his category in the country at 6 years old. So he is to be celebrated. And the next young man that's not here tonight is Jaden Sanders. He placed 9th in the 100 and the 200. And so he's not here tonight, but we need to give him a clap for what he has done. Okay, great. If all of the staff and parents will come up, because I believe not only the coaches that took part, but it's the family environment, it's the parents that help to help cultivate, whether it's the grandmother, the aunt, the uncle, because everybody deserves to be highlighted in this effort, because even though the kids are talented, they have to be pushed, they have to be encouraged through whatever mechanism that there is, and so I give a shout out to the parents for the dedication and also for the commitment. And so it is my job here tonight to salute each and every last one of you for your tireless efforts, your dedication to the sport, and for giving your exceptional best each time you step out on the track. Your commitment, your spirit of hard work is admirable, and we as the city and the community are very proud of each and every last one of you. You all are champions. Do you hear me? You all are champions. Champions do not become champions when they win the event, but in the hour, the weeks, the months, and the years that they spend preparing to be champions. And you all have done that. And so with that, I salute you all for your dedication and for what you all have committed on behalf of this great city of Homestead. So come on, let's give them another round of applause. Take a picture of that. Great job.
Awesome.
Mr. Williams, thank you for bringing them up and letting the whole city recognize them this evening. They've done Homestead well, and we're very proud of them. With that, that concludes our presentations. We'll take a 2-minute break. Please, nobody from the council leave so we can roll right into the next meeting.